Hi, my name is Lauren Cranmer. I am a breast cancer survivor, and today I'm going to be talking about hair loss and hair regrowth after chemotherapy. So first things first is that I am pouring my once hot coffee over ice because it's just that kind of morning. It's been a really hard week. My husband went away for a week, and after that, it's just been a hard mom week, and I also was sick. We're all kind of sick, and I'm just exhausted, to be honest with you. And so I'm just going to keep this super minimal today. I really did want to touch on hair growth, hair regrowth, and my experience through that. So I'm going to show you my pictures in a minute here, where I will go through what my hair looked like prior to chemotherapy, what it looked like without hair, and then when it started to grow back. And then a year after it started to grow back, I'll show you the month by month regrowth. I will say losing your hair for some people might seem like it's a little trivial, like it's just hair. What is it? It's just hair. It'll grow back. And the reality is that when you lose your hair from chemotherapy, what people don't realize is that not only, like, this is the first time that you are going to see yourself as a real true cancer patient. It's really hard to grapple sometimes with that concept for a lot of cancer patients, and just the anticipation alone of losing your hair. That's why a lot of people man up and cut it off themselves before they even start to experience real hair loss, because it can be really traumatizing. So in hindsight, my advice to you is that if you know you're going to lose your hair and you're not doing any cold capping or anything to try to preserve your hair, I would recommend buzzing it off as soon as you can. Now, you'll know what's right for you, but I chose the route to kind of wait and see and then make the decision to buzz it whenever I felt fit. Now, it ended up working out for me, but it was really hard for a small period of time. So when I started the AC portion of my chemo, they told me you could start to lose your hair within a few weeks. So I had chemo, my first chemo infusion, and the first week was fine. Second week, I started to feel some scalp tenderness. So it just felt like if you kept your hair up in a ponytail too long, and it was just sore. And then I started to notice pieces starting to come off in the shower, clumps coming off, and then it just escalated. So I would literally be sitting there and like laying my head on the pillow, and I would just feel like itchy. So I'd reach my hair back to scratch, and like literal chunks would just fall out. And it was just scary. And like I'm gonna get emotional talking about it, because you don't it's just it's something that you don't want happening to you being forced to happen to you. And I at this point in time when I was seeing these chunks, I was just like, I can't, I couldn't wrap my head around being bald. I couldn't it was what it was, but it was just very hard to be okay with it at first. For a little while I was dealing with the chunks coming out, and it was underneath my hair, so I wasn't really seeing any loss, so I still kind of allowed that to happen. And then once I started to see hair loss from my hairline and really see balding happen, like every time I looked in the mirror, I knew I needed to do something. And I really didn't want to buzz my hair off, but I knew it just had to happen, because the anticipation of it was sincerely something I never experienced before. Even having dealt with a cancer diagnosis, the anticipation of the hair loss truly was, it was tough. My cancer diagnosis was March 8th of 2021. I started chemotherapy May 15th of 2021. I shaved my hair off June 2nd of 2021. And I felt immediate relief when I buzzed my hair. Quite literally, I looked in the mirror and I was like, okay, this is not so bad, and it feels so much better than to see clumps of my hair falling out. Maybe that's not the route for everybody, but it ended up being the route for me, and I felt so much better, and I could proceed with my life having no hair. And I kind of took away that guessing game, and it was a game changer. So moving forward, I bought beanies and things to wear on my head. I bought an expensive wig that I ended up not really liking. The color was great, but I didn't like the way it looked. And which expensive wig being, I think it was $400. And then, because I thought I thought my insurance was going to pay me back, and that didn't happen, so that was lovely. And then I bought 2 off of Amazon, which were like $40, and they ultimately were my favorite. I wore them with hats all the time, and I honestly didn't wear wigs all the time. Most of the time is when I went out of the house, because I wasn't one of those people that could just rock a bald head all the time. I had to really cope with it. I don't know why I'm putting my messy living room in the frame. The mom life right here, but also me just kind of survival mode this week. But anyway, so that being said, that's what I experienced in regards to choosing to shave my head, and also what I wore during my experience with no hair. I will say, being pregnant and yes, baby.
And we're done yet.
Hi. I just had to get my daughter from a nap. She had a short nap this morning. I think it's because we're all not feeling good, right? But the show must go on, right? Yeah. Yeah. She's so cute. So I left off where I was talking about being pregnant with this little one. While I had no hair, and while I would have loved to have luscious pregnancy locks, the benefit was not having any hair while I was extremely tired and extremely pregnant and dealing with chemotherapy. I didn't have to worry about my hair at all. And now, if I had the option, of course, I would have rather dealt with my hair. So, anyway, if I had to deal... Oh. If I had to choose, obviously I would choose to have hair. Oh no, right? Oh, my baby. I love you, honey. You hear she sounds a little stuffy. Yes, I would have chose hair, obviously. But if we're looking at the bright side, positive side, not having to deal with hair was definitely a perk in some situations. I just took my headband out. This is my hair just after like sweating and not washing it. But this is just my nasty hair right now. As you can see, the length is pretty long, actually. It's October. My hair started growing back in August of 2021. It is October of 2022, and this is where I'm at. Haven't cut it, haven't touched the color. So this is just, please don't do that ever again, Lauren, thank you. This is just where it is today. And I'm now going to start my little montage of my hair journey. So here it is. So I hope that me sharing my hair journey with you has helped you in some way, or gave you some insight to what to expect in regards to hair loss and hair regrowth. If you have any questions or comments, please just post them below, and I hope to see you in the next video. Please subscribe, and I will see you soon.